Dundee United joined Rangers as the second Scottish team to advance to the third qualifying round of their respective competition, but they didn't do it with a win and a draw. They did it with 2 wins against Strassen. Welcome back to Fog Football. It was 2 1-0 wins. Yeah, we might have expected a few more goals from them, but no, the reality is, it doesn't matter if you win 5-0 in both games or 1-0 in both games. Coefficient Cup, baby, it's all the same. It's all the same points.
Yeah, I mean, 5-0 doesn't get you any more coefficient points than 1-0, 1-0, and that's what Dundee United got. And United there being the key word, because we're all united in the in supporting Scottish teams in Europe, so great to see. I did expect them to do it more comfortably, but at the end of the day, it's 2 wins. That's what they needed, that's what they got. Fair play to Dundee United, fair play to Jim Goodwin, and hopefully they can continue to go further in this competition. Not quite sure who they get in the next round, but
I think it's Rapid Vienna.
Alright, well, I mean, that's going to be it's a difficult tie, but you know what? I mean, you would have looked at Hibernian and Michelin and you would have said that's a difficult tie. Which it is. So, I mean...
And we don't know how it's quite going to end, but here it was 1 each in Denmark.
Even though this screen is saying 1-0. I wish it was 1-0. But, anyway, Martin Boyle currently doing this right-hand side. Ball in, back post, nailed it there. But, back to Dundee United. No, good stuff, and look, that's the bare minimum, right? See if they go to Rapid Vienna. No one's really expecting them to beat Rapid Vienna, but everyone was expecting them to beat Strassen twice, in my opinion. And they've done that, so, you know, so far so good.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, you pay like 12 quid for Solid Sport, and the fucking camera angle here at Easter Road, what is this, man? It just keeps zooming in, and then it zooms out. But what I would... Right, just before we get into the actual game, Dundee United, we've seen in the past, man, when... I mean, Hibs against that Andorran team, they couldn't win over the two. They didn't win both legs. So Dundee United, for me, have done the bare minimum. And you know what? Round the applause to them, because for too long, we've seen when we've had a tie against a team that's pish, our teams haven't won both legs.
Did you claim this guy would have been out of a job by last August?
Jim Goodwin?
Aye.
I did, but you know what? I also said Stephen Presley would be out of a job by August, and it looks like here he's got about 4 hours to survive. So we'll see how that goes. But the game did begin. Ezelink had a free header that went over the top of the bar. Should have scored it. Would have made things a wee bit easier if he scores 3 minutes into the game. Trabianski then got booked. He got subbed off at half time. So probably just didn't want to risk him getting sent off. Delgado got booked as well. Big Murray for Una had a shot that was saved. Ozcan then saves a Dolchek snapshot, and I believe for the second game in a row, Dundee United fielded no Scottish players in terms of starting 11. I mean, to me, I'd rather them field Scottish players, right? But when you win, it doesn't matter, does it?
No, winning's the main thing, but it's not a good look. It's just not.
No, it's not a good look. I mean, and to me, I'd rather, like, if it was Rangers, I'd rather just win, regardless of who's on the pitch. But at the same time, if it was a preference between, would you rather 11 Scottish players on the pitch or 11, non-Scottish players on the pitch, I'd rather take the Scottish players on the pitch every day of the week. But that took us into half time, and then Lovu, he nodded in a Sapsford free kick, and that made it 1-0. And Dundee United never really looked back here, folks. 20 minutes to go, they made a substitution. Owen Sturton came on. 12 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go, and that's pretty much it. Dundee United got the job done. They win 1-0, and like I said, they get Rapid Vienna. I believe Rapid Vienna, let me just double check here what Rapid Vienna done today, because I think they kicked off a wee bit earlier. So Rapid Vienna, actually, I don't know where Rapid Vienna are. I know Austria Vienna won 5-0 against some team from Georgia, but as for Rapid Vienna, actually I think Rapid Vienna might be in the Europa League, are they? Let me double check here. No, they're not. So I don't know when. Maybe Rapid Vienna is just one of those teams that spawn in the third qualifying round, which I didn't know you did in the conference. Well, actually, I know you do in the playoff round, but not the Conference League. So, but like you said, no one's really expecting Dundee United to do anything against Rapid Vienna. If we're being real, I think if they picked up a draw or even a win at Tannadice and still win out, I think that's probably as good as it's going to get. So I think we'd take that. Any little helps, and to me, it's like, as long as they beat Strassen twice, that's all you can really ask for. I mean, there's nothing more, man. I'd love than all 5 teams playing league stage football come September and beyond, but we have to be real. I mean,
oh, Boyle, go! Oh, no way! How the fuck's he missed?
He's missed quite a few chances.
Well, he's not missed, like it's been said, but got a bit excited there. Jambo Bellman
What the fuck's
from
that?
Martin Boyle. What the hell?
You stuck money on Hibs tonight?
No, but I all support Scottish teams.
I'll be here to cash in when Celtic are in the playoffs, mate. I don't know. You'll be reacting like that if Adam Adair balloons a chance. I think you might actually be balloons a chance. You might be reacting like that. But what was I going to say? Yeah, I mean those Dundee United fans on what was it? Footy Adventures' vlog. Like, we'll be happy if we make the league stage. Well, no fucking shit. You know what I mean? What sort of logic's that? I just don't understand that, man. Honestly, I mean, I've listened to it, like, not just Dundee United fans, but see, listen to people talk about their clubs and like the potential, like who they could be getting in future stages. Like, it's almost
Good
like,
ball in, head up, save.
it's almost like they don't have a fucking clue what's around the corner. Like, I was listening to the Rangers rabble earlier, right, and they don't have a clue who Rangers could get in the playoffs. It's like, I've sussed it.
I think they're part-time fans. A lot of people, man. It's like they just. A lot of people are clueless, though, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I'm not saying. I mean, some might be part time, but I think some people, when it comes to the European stuff, they don't look into it. I mean, it's either what it's Benfica, Nice, Club Brugge, or what's the other team? Feyenoord. So
I reckon about 50% of fans couldn't name you at least one player from each club in the top flight of Scotland.
yeah, here. I don't think. I mean, it sounds far fetched, but I think you're bang on the money. Like,
No, but even when I'm looking at like the rabble or something, sometimes you watch a match review and like and they're watching a game and they'll describe like, you know, oh, the guy, like say for example they'll say about the guy for Hibs. You know, if Rangers are playing, and it's like let's say for example it's like Martin Boyle. It's like, how can you not fucking know who that is? How can you not be aware who that is?
Yeah, because Martin Boyle is a good player, folks. But that's where we'll leave it there. Midtjylland on the attack. Oh no! Good wee block. Good wee block. But 1-0 Dundee United. We'll be back later for the Hibs game and also for the European Review show. And hopefully all three. Well, Hibs will be in some form of competition. Hopefully it's the orange one though, not the green one.
They've updated the scoreline.
It's one each, guys. But hopefully, what we going? Final predictions for this Hibs game. I went
2-1 Hibs.
I went 2-0 Hibs, which is a wee bit optimistic, but hopefully we get something like that.